After 8 weeks of well-received and quite fantastic episodes of The Mandalorian, Season 2 has finally come to a close. But not without leaving fans of the series with various head-scratching questions and cliffhangers. Here are some major questions that we need answers to. Spoiler warning in full effect. The unthinkable has finally happened. What seemed as the unbreakable duo, Grogu, or his fan-given name Baby Yoda, and Din Djarin have parted ways. The child has become not only the new mascot of the Star Wars franchise, but as well as one of the most liked and lovable characters since Disney acquired Lucasfilm. From the first episode, we have followed Mando and Grogu on their adventure as a clan of two. But now that he has left with Luke to train as a Jedi, the direction of the show might change significantly. But will this mean he is gone forever? The storyline and the great popularity of the show would suggest not. There is no mention of Grogu training under Luke in any of the sequels or in the ancillary texts Disney has published, some of which mention that Ben Solo was in fact his first trainee. This suggests that either something happened to Grogu during or before his training, or would now have to be reconnected through plot armor. Either way, it seems like he is not done with the franchise just yet. Whether he gets captured for being the innocent and somewhat clumsy character he is, or appears in a rescue mission for Din Djarin in an episode far, far away, there is still a lot of origin story, abilities, and background of the young alien that needs to be and can be explained. For now, though, it does look like the show will take a small break from Baby Yoda. After following through on their end of helping Mando rescue Grogu, Boba Fett and Fennec left and returned to Tatooine, where they starred in possibly the greatest post-credits scene in the history of credits. The pair infiltrated Jabba the Hutt's old palace, killed Bob Fortuna, and ordained themselves as the new rulers of the Tatooine Underground. The scene ends with the promise of the Book of Boba Fett, an as-yet undefined piece of content coming to December 2021 to Disney+. Whether it's a miniseries, a streaming-only film, or something else in the long lineup of Star Wars content coming soon, it definitely promises an action-packed adventure for Boba Fett and Shand. Will they become the new lords of the bounty hunting world? Will we get the explanation of how Boba escaped from Sarlacc? Whatever is decided, we can't wait to see it as soon as it airs.
Power up those shields, Princess. I'll put on a good show.
Though he has given up Grogu, he has acquired a very interesting addition to his arsenal of weapons. By defeating Gideon in combat, he has gained the right of the Darksaber, and technically making him the ruler of Mandalore. He tries to give it to Bo-Katan, wanting nothing to do with it, but she refuses it, as it wouldn't be a valid gift to her people.
Without that blade, she's a pretender to the throne.
This opens up a ton of plots and possibilities for Season 3. For one, Bo-Katan might not be as friendly anymore, as she wanted to rule over Mandalore to restore it to its former glory. And according to the code, the only way to do such a thing is to defeat Mando and take back the saber. Though she did obtain it from Sabine Wren in Star Wars Rebels with no need of winning a duel, it seems like her perspective of the rule has shifted. Her apparent inability to bring lasting unity and strength to the clans of Mandalore might have been due to the others disputing her authority, which means that this time, she'll only take the saber back the right way. The other big question has to do with Din Djarin himself. He absolutely has no interest in lightsabers or ruling over nations. Yet, he is now the ruler of his people. And with Grogu gone, he will need a new mission and purpose to fulfill and fight for. Does this mean that Season 3 will revolve around Mando trying to reunite his remaining comrades and restore their planet? Possibly. The removal of his helmet does suggest that he is shedding the Death Watch code by which he was raised. Unfortunately, we won't know what he will decide on for about a year, but hey, we can throw some theories out there, right? At the end of the rescue, we find Moff Gideon on the floor of his cruiser, cuffed and knocked out unconscious by the hand of Cara Dune. She is more than likely going to return him to the custody of the New Republic, a plotline that could continue in Season 3, the spin-off series Rangers of the New Republic, or both, possibly creating crossover events within the two shows. Gideon's defeat, although seemingly temporary, leaves the Mandalorian story without a villain. This role could be filled with the alluded-to return of Grand Admiral Thrawn. The feared Chiss strategist will likely appear soon in the growing universe of The Mandalorian, and Gideon's current incapacitation is a perfect lead-in to his debut in the series.
Who deserves what is irrelevant. What matters is who has power.
The Imperial fleet referenced earlier in Season 2 hasn't been seen as of yet, as Gideon's cruiser was flying solo when Mando and his temporary crew boarded it. That means the Remnant's full strength is still out there, and Din may have just gotten their attention. There was almost no better way to end off the last episode of Season 2 than with a cameo from Luke Skywalker. Though his return was a somewhat noticeable CGI de-aged Mark Hamill face placed on the body of a different actor, that doesn't rule out that he won't make another appearance in the future. He could show up briefly in the show's future, but nothing much more than another short-lived cameo. Still, his return opens the doors for other past Star Wars characters to come back in The Mandalorian's future. Given the New Republic's growing role in the background of the story, Leia Organa could be a familiar face to make an appearance. Ahsoka's ongoing quest for Thrawn means that the Grand Admiral will also more than likely appear, as could the young Jedi Ezra Bridger or other Star Wars Rebels characters such as Sabine Wren and Hera Syndulla, among many more. Again, we won't know for sure until Season 3 comes around, but with the way Season 2 ended, the possibilities have definitely opened up. What unanswered questions do you have about Season 2 of The Mandalorian? Let us know in the comment section below. Check out this video here, and be sure to like and subscribe to keep up with more of your favorite streaming content here on Cinemash.